The Intel versus AMD debate is probably one of the most brain-dead debates in the entire PC community. On one hand, you have Intel fanboys who are acting like AMD systems are so unstable and they don't fucking work, and I don't know what all the bullshit they are sniffing over there. And AMD fanboys act like Intel PCs are some 20-year-old irrelevant tech. It's funny because most of them are on AM4, which the most recent architecture is like 5 to 6 years old. And this is stupid because we are fortunate enough to live in an age where both Intel and AMD are very good. And I keep seeing the same stupid sentence being repeated everywhere. If you are gaming, you buy AMD. But if you're doing productivity, you buy Intel. Shut the f up. All this stupid sentence does is confuse people who don't know a lot about this stuff, because it puts in the implication that AMD CPUs are not very good for productivity and Intel CPUs are not very good for gaming. If you have money and you're making a gaming PC, you're probably gonna want a 1700X3D or a 9800X3. I think most people can agree on that. And if you're making a productivity system, you're probably gonna want a 7950X or a 9950X. And that's about it for AMD. A lot of people, if they can't afford better AMD CPUs, they go for a 7500F and their goal is to upgrade later. And when someone buys Intel, they get bombarded by people telling them, too much power and you can't upgrade. Most people are not upgrading as often as you think. For a lot of people, by the time they need to upgrade, AM5 is gonna be long gone anyway. Leave them alone. Seriously. Stop attacking people because of their CPU choices. If you are in a situation where you can't afford AM and you have to buy Intel, that's fine. You're gonna end up with a nice CPU, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Intel is so much better value depending on the scenario. You can get a lot more cores for a lot cheaper, which is probably why people are repeating this stupid nonsense. My productivity, you buy Intel. Both platforms are good. It just so happens that right now it makes more sense to buy AMD in a lot of cases. And this is what pisses me off about this community, is there's so many reasons to debate Intel versus AMD, and it could make for pretty interesting conversations. You could argue about price depending on the country, stability maybe depending on the generation, power, efficiency, overclocking, memory overclocking, maybe how specific games or tasks behave with each different platform, upgradability, which I just said is pretty overrated anyway. But everyone is so hell-bent on wasting their time debating general performance when both platforms are good anyway. It's so stupid. And I'm probably guilty of that. I made a lot of jokes dunking on Intel, and I probably confused so many people, making them think that Intel is trash. But let's be honest, it's hard not to make fun of Intel. So yeah, I repeat again, both platforms are good. Stop attacking people because of what CPU they buy. It's not that fucking deep. And stop saying if you're gaming, buy AMD, and if you're productivitying, you buy Intel. Stop saying that. Yeah.